The women's single with a fantastic field of the Czech Republic. Australia won, China won, the USA, Germany won, and Azerbaijan.
Yeah, great field. So out there in lane one, Anna Santrakova has done so well to get into this A final, just 22 years of age, coached by Josef Lux, one of the experienced Czech coaches. The world bronze medalist Tara Rigny from Sydney University Boat Club. Not been in the best of form here, Tara Rigny, but she will look to improve every race. Liu Ruiqi from China, she's just 23. In lane four, the veteran, can we call her that? The evergreen Caracola, the Californian, in a centre lane. Alexandra Foster, such sensational sprinting speed. She won in Lucerne last year, the woman from Ruder Club Meshte Eve. And out here on lane six, we've got another evergreen from Azerbaijan, Diana Dimchenko, 33 years of age. She was fourth on the Sunday in Pierre de Luco. Haven't seen her since then. Bit of a slow start from Caracola in lane four. A little bit to make up there. She lost a metre or so in those early strokes. There she is, driving off the start. And it looks like Foster, just with that yellow boat, one up from the Azerbaijan sculler in lane six. Foster in lane five. There she is. She's so versatile, this sculler. She's got such great speed at the end of races. She's got fantastic speed early on, as we can see now. And Ollie Zeidler has just won the men's single sculls for Germany. Will Alexandra Foster be able to repeat that feat and put a smile back on the Chiefs in German rowing? There's Tara Rigny.
Yeah, well, Foster of Germany, the under-23 single champion on this very course last year in Lago di Varese. So she'll have good memories and, yeah, getting herself out ahead now.
And Tara Rigny loves Varese. Of course, she comes here training, and the 24-year-old made such an impression last year. There's Li Ruiqi. She's just 23, the Chinese, and you look back through her international record and you see this is her first international race. What a performance, coached by Xiaomin Yang. Chinese right in the mix there. Tara Rigny having a better scull than she had, I think, in the semi-final. And seizing a moment there as we come through to 500 metres in this women's sculls race.
Yeah, that's right. She's pushed herself ahead. We'll get the times here of Foster. And Tara Rigny continuing to open up the margin now well into the second quarter of the race. We'll see if Foster has a bit of an answer. Those are the two clear leaders starting to break away from the rest of the field, but ever so close for bronze at the moment, but well, still early goings.
Yeah, well, when you've won a gold medal on this lake, as Alexandra Foster has, you're not going to lay down in that second quarter. Tara Rigny, she looks cool, calm and collected. Little half glance across at Alexandra Foster. They're the two leaders. Lane four is Caracola. She's come back into the picture after that slow start. The Californian's got a lot of work to do. Lane three is China one, Liu Ruiqi. And over there in lane two, it is Tara Rigny out in front.
Little glance from Foster there to get a sense on either side of her. It's the American Kohler, Dimchenko from Azerbaijan running a bit behind, but yeah, she'll want to keep an eye on the Aussie.
You wouldn't want to be just a length ahead of Alexandra Foster coming into the last 500 with her potential sprint speed. You know, maybe she hasn't quite got that fitness. She missed the German trials, which was actually won by the Swiss sculler Aurelia Maxima Janssen, who we saw in Bled with those Macon blades. I hope you're enjoying this, Aurelia, if you're watching it, and Caroline Florijn, 2 European champion, if you're watching this race. 2 your competitors coming up in the World Cup in Lucerne. Through the 1,000 metres, it is Foster and Rigney just going through the 1,000 metres together. Who's your money on, Colleen?
Yeah, you know, a bit of a punch back from Foster just before the 1,000. I thought she might get her bow ahead of the Aussie, but Tara Rigney with a response, so those margins remain consistent. Cara Kohler, well, she's jockeyed herself up from that start that we saw earlier to what could be a bronze medal, but she hasn't chipped away at it much more.
Yeah, we're not talking about Cara Kohler much. It's a great move, and she's moving back on Foster. She's moving back on Rigney. I mean, what money would you get for Cara Kohler to take this race now from that position?
Yeah.
She's really trucking now. The former Cal Barkley oarswoman.
That's right, and as you mentioned earlier, Martin, the bronze medalist in the quad back in London, loads of pedigree, and she's going. So she's just taken it up a couple of beats, or at least one. The American at 34, Foster at 33.
What do you think is going through her head now? She can see the stern of Foster. She can see the stern of Rigney. She knows she's moving back. What is she thinking in this 3rd quarter?
Yeah, now. I think she has to be saying now, now, now. The ever so important 3rd quarter.
Tara Rigney on that far side, still sculling really smoothly. That white cap on, as has Alexandra Foster. She's just edging out. That's a nice little move Tara Rigney's made. If you're watching this down in Australia, I know it's late at night, but the former netball player who ruptured her ACL twice, anterior cruciate ligament, came into rowing and has proved a fantastic move for the sculler from New South Wales. Just 500 metres to go. Kohler right in the picture in the centre. Rigney at the top of your picture. Alexandra Foster, will she have the sprint in her back pocket? Because if she has, it is deadly and these scullers won't be able to live with it, but we don't know. And that's the intriguing nature of this sport, isn't it?
Toe to toe for the silver, but they're still in really good touch, of course, with Tara Rigney of Australia, riding with the German closest to us. Foster, you mentioned her sprint. Well, she's already started it, at least in terms of power application, still at a cool 36, but moving back on the American and even threatening the Aussie.
Well, she sprinted through Tara Rigney in the finals of the Rowing World Cup in Lucerne last year to take that incredible gold medal. And Foster has gone for it early, you did say. She hasn't waited to pull out the sprint from her back pocket. 500 metres to go, the 21-year-old is absolutely on fire. Nobody's going to touch her if she keeps up this pace.
A fantastic 37 strokes per minute, moving away from the American and the Aussie.
So on the cards, it's a 1-2 for Germany in the men's and women's sculls. Ollie Zeidler, we've got his medal ceremony coming up soon. Will he be on the lakeside cheering on Alexandra Foster to a gold medal? She has clear water. Tara Rigney on the far side, trying to get her bows in front of Cara Kohler, who is in a bronze medal position. Rigney coming back a little bit on Foster. We can see there's Tara Rigney at the top of your picture, the drone giving us fantastic shots.
Absolutely stunning. It is Foster in contention then for that gold medal as they fly through just ahead of us on the line. 38 strokes per minute. Looks like Foster's got it, overhauling the Australian Tara Rigney, with the American then getting that 3rd place, that bronze medal as they fly through. Made for a thrilling race start to finish as China 1 then comes through. That's a look at Foster, though. She had that sprint, didn't she, Martin, that you mentioned? She really went for it.
Yeah, and you know, youth is having its way in women's single sculling. We've seen the Swiss Aurelia Maxime Janssen do so well, get the silver medal behind Caroline Florijn in the Europeans. Now a 21-year-old Alexandra Foster has won gold in World Cup 2. Silver medal to Tara Rigney, just held off Cara Kohler. I mean, she rode so well in the second 1,000, Cara Kohler. She came right back into contention. Yeah,
she did. And just the last, 200-300 meters against Foster, unable to keep with that pace. But wow, they put together a fantastic A final for us, didn't they?
They certainly did. Just when she put the hammer down, or turn on the afterburners, she just went, didn't she?
Yeah.
It was like, I was kind of expecting, you know, 250 to the finish like we saw in Lucerne, that crazy sprint that got her the gold medal last year. But
it's amazing in the singles you'd have perspective on this, Martin, that they're so, you know, it's one person and they're so responsive that you've one bad stroke and it can really hurt you, or you decide, you know, it's only you decide to go now and you can be responsive in the other direction.
Yeah, the other thing about singles, you say you had one bad stroke and a few little wobbles. I mean, you can change speed in the single quite quickly. So, she's now the new World Cup leader, Alexandra Foster, level with Anna Santrikova of the Czech Republic, who finished fifth.
Sculls. Alexandra €100. €20.